Unlock the code of prosperity. Activate your financial energy now. The path to a new level of abundance. Have you noticed how some people seem to have a magic touch when it comes to money? No matter the economic climate, they find opportunities, create solutions, and keep a healthy relationship with their finances. At first glance, it might look like luck or privilege, but there's something deeper behind that skill. How these people organize their thoughts, emotions, and habits around prosperity. Money isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's also a reflection of how we think, feel, and act. Those who stay trapped in limiting beliefs, such as money is dirty, I don't deserve wealth, or only greedy people get rich, unknowingly sabotage their own chances of growth. On the other hand, people who see money as a tool to create positive impact build a much lighter, steadier flow of opportunities. This guide is an invitation to unlock the code of prosperity. Across these chapters, we'll talk about what financial energy really means, how to clear internal blocks, which habits strengthen your relationship with money, and a practical plan to help you attract, manage, and multiply resources with balance and purpose. The good news is, anyone can learn. You don't need to inherit a fortune, win the lottery, or have extraordinary talents. It all starts with a fresh perspective on yourself and on how you handle value, work, spending, and generosity. Prosperity isn't born only from effort. It blooms when your thoughts, emotions, and actions line up. Get ready to shift how you see wealth. Once you understand that money also responds to your internal energy, you open a field of possibilities far beyond spreadsheets or calculations. It's about clarity, discipline, and, above all, an open attitude to give and receive value. What exactly is financial energy? Before learning strategies to attract and manage resources, you need to understand the invisible foundation behind material results: financial energy. Think of your relationship with money as a living connection. It carries memories, emotions, family stories, cultural beliefs, and personal experiences. All these create an energetic field that shapes how you earn, spend, save, or invest. If from a young age you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "Those who get rich always exploit someone," you may link wealth to guilt or extreme effort. These messages sit in the subconscious, acting as filters that decide how much prosperity you allow in. Financial energy also shows up in the feelings you nurture when handling your finances. Constant anxiety, fear of losing everything, or shame about discussing money create tension and shut doors. On the other hand, clarity, confidence, and gratitude foster a mindset ready to spot and seize opportunities. It's important to note, financial energy doesn't replace planning, learning, or work. It's the soil where those actions take root. A farmer may have the best seeds, but if the soil is dry or polluted, growth will be limited. Likewise, for your financial plan to flourish, you need to nourish the inner environment where it will grow. Signs: your financial energy may be blocked. Feeling guilty or ashamed whenever you talk about money. Struggling to charge fairly for your work or negotiate prices. Receiving a bonus or pay rise and quickly finding ways to spend it all. Avoiding bank statements or bills out of fear of what you'll see. Repeating debt cycles, even as your income increases. These patterns don't mean you're doomed. They're clues that beliefs and emotions need revisiting. Observing them with curiosity, instead of judgment, creates space for a new story. Another key point: money is neutral. It's neither good nor bad on its own. Its impact depends on the intention behind it. Money can fund wars or hospitals, destruction or art, abuse or education. Understanding this neutrality frees your mind from negative associations and helps you focus on what you want to build. When you shift your outlook, you start treating money as an ally, not an enemy or source of anxiety. This inner change influences your actions. You start seeking information, planning better, meeting deadlines, setting aside savings, and investing in what expands your skills. Small gestures, anchored in a balanced mindset, create a virtuous circle of security and growth. In the next chapters, we'll dive into limiting beliefs, an abundance mindset, daily practices, and a clear plan to activate your financial energy. Prosperity stops being a distant dream and becomes the reflection of who you choose to become. Breaking limiting beliefs and creating space for abundance. One of the biggest blocks to living prosperity is the stories we tell ourselves, often unconsciously, about money, self-worth, and success. These stories shape a set of limiting beliefs that influence behavior and results. Where money beliefs begin, most of our views on money are built in childhood. Phrases at home, experiences of scarcity or abundance, remarks from teachers, friends, or authority figures leave long-lasting marks. Messages like, money is hard to earn. People with lots of money aren't honest. Save everything because one day it might run out. If you get rich, others will envy you. Taken at face value, these ideas work like invisible rules. It is like trying to run with an elastic band tied to your waist. No matter the effort, something keeps pulling you back. Even as adults, these beliefs still steer choices. Turning down opportunities for fear of failure, avoiding salary talks or investments, that's for rich people. Or overspending to prove freedom. Spot your blocks. Start by noting what thoughts or emotions arise when you think about money. How do I feel when I get paid? What's my reaction when someone mentions investing or big sums? Do I feel embarrassed to charge for my work? Do I get anxious opening my bank app? Writing these down turns vague feelings into clear insights. You might uncover fear of loss, guilt for wanting more, or a belief you're not good with numbers. Each realization shines a light on where to act. Rewrite your story. Once you've spotted the patterns, craft new stories. Instead of, I'm hopeless with money, try, I'm learning to manage my resources better. Swap, I'll never save, for I am taking a small step today. A handy tool is conscious substitution. Write a limiting belief. Question it. Is this fact or just a mental habit? Replace it with a constructive, realistic line. Example, money will always be scarce. I can organize my finances and build savings. Keep statements simple, true, and repeat them until they feel natural. You're not denying challenges, just choosing a stronger starting point. The abundance mindset and the power of disciplined focus. To consistently attract prosperity, you need more than technical skills about money. You need an abundance mindset paired with disciplined focus. Thinking in abundance. Abundance isn't excess or flashy spending. It's the sense that opportunities and resources exist for those ready to learn, contribute, and create value. It's knowing you can improve, share, and receive without destructive competition or scarcity thinking. Abundance doesn't ignore problems. It sees that even in hardship, there's room to ask, what can I create from this? Or, what's one simple step I can take now? The role of disciplined focus. Belief alone isn't enough. You need focus to channel energy into clear goals. Disciplined focus works like a lighthouse, guiding daily choices. Set routines, such as reviewing finances weekly, saving a fixed percentage, or learning investments step by step. Steady habits build an internal framework to support prosperity. Training your growth lens. Try exercises like Opportunity Map. List areas where you can create more value. At work, with talents, through time management or professional ties. Realistic affirmations. Mix optimism with responsibility, ERG. I'm learning to create income streams with consistency. Prosperity time slot. Spend 10 minutes daily on an action tied to financial growth. Stories of Clara, Ricardo, and others show how combining mindset and focus leads to real, lasting results. Practical actions to unblock money flow. Now it's time to act. Prosperity isn't only about good ideas, it thrives on steady habits. Organize what you already have. List income, expenses, classify, and cut waste. Make a simple plan. Divide money into security, emergency fund, growth, learning, and freedom, investments, projects. Increase value sources, develop skills, provide services or turn talents into products. Build strategic connections, engage in groups, share knowledge, support others. Care for your energy, sleep, eat well, rest, exercise, practice gratitude and generosity, appreciate what you have and share value. A 7-day flow plan. Day 1, record expenses, income. Day 2, cut an unnecessary cost. Day 3, set a savings goal. Day 4, learn something to improve earning potential. Day 5, connect with someone who can support or partner with you. Day 6, do a generous act. Day 7, review and celebrate progress. Repeat weekly to build rhythm and reliability. Energy and daily habits to keep prosperity alive. Attracting prosperity is one thing, keeping it is another. Daily rituals work like a charger for your financial energy. Morning mindfulness. Breathe and picture a balanced money relationship. Prosperity journal. Record wins, challenges, gratitude, and insights. Nourish body and mind. Sleep well, eat well, learn constantly. Balance work and rest. Avoid burnout and give creativity room. Support network. Surround yourself with people who uplift and challenge you. Activate your financial energy now. Prosperity isn't a mystery for a chosen few. It is the natural outcome of aligning thoughts, feelings, and actions with clear purpose. True wealth isn't just stacking cash, it's living with freedom, positive impact, and peace about the value you create and receive. Every choice, learning, saving, investing, thanking, helping, sends a signal to your brain and the world that you're ready for more. Start today, even with one small step. Review notes, take a deep breath, tidy one expense, or set a goal. What matters is movement. By applying what you've learned, you become someone who can create and sustain abundance, not just for yourself, but for everyone touched by your work and generosity. Unlock the code of prosperity and activate your financial energy now. Your future will thank you for the choices you make today.